Well, the friendship between George Clooney and Joe Biden is over. Just weeks after the actor hosted this fundraiser for the president, you know, the one where Barack Obama had to help a frozen and confused Joe Biden off the stage. Well, George Clooney has today publicly called on Biden to drop out of the presidential race, declaring he cannot win. He says, "I love Joe Biden. As a senator, as a vice president and as president, I consider him a friend and I believe in him, believe in his character, believe in his morals. But the one battle he cannot win is the fight against time. It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Big Effin' Deal Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate." And here is Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman running away from questions about it like he was at a track and field event.
I appreciate hearing Mr. Clooney's opinion, and we'll continue to deal with this within our Democratic family to make sure that we beat Donald Trump and protect democracy in the future.
Do you think people close to President Biden are being honest about his mental state?
Blink and you'll miss him. And a campaign source has told TMZ George Clooney made the fundraiser all about him. Joining me now is Sky News contributor Kosha Gada. Kosha, good to see you. So look, it's over between George Clooney and Joe Biden. I just find this hilarious. 3 weeks after the fundraiser, he now declares Joe Biden is a dead man walking. Everyone has known for years this bloke has the brain capacity of a pea, and now they are panicking and turning on him.
They sure are. I have never seen anything like it, because the media and entertainment, which is certainly part of the media complex, have always been reliably favorable and very friendly towards the left side of politics, as you know very well, around the world. And what's happened in the last 10 days is really, really stunning. I think it's the biggest story in this, alongside President Biden's presidency and candidacy, is that dereliction of duty of all these people who knew, as you say, Danica, and had access to this. You know, George, where were you 3 weeks ago? Where were you 1 year ago? We know he's had access to the president, I'm sure, for many, many months, or if not years, and never said anything. It's only now, when they believe that their party is in peril and is looking less and less likely to be victorious in November, that all these knives are coming out and they're turning on each other. And it is fascinating. It's really a sight to behold. I never thought I'd see it.
No, you're right. George, where have you been and where have the rest of them been? Extraordinary. Now, Donald Trump is leading President Joe Biden in 11 of 12 national surveys taken after the presidential debate. According to Real Clear Politics poll tracker, surveys are split on whether potential Biden replacements would outperform the president against Trump. Either way you look at it, Kosha, among all current polls, Biden is gone.
In terms of polls and him as a candidate and his candidacy and his issue set, it's looking crystal clear, undeniably so. However, I maintain that the election is still far from a foregone conclusion, even if Biden were to stay in the race, and that is because the U.S. election system is really in a post-candidacy and post-issue set era. It's all about the mechanics and the machinery and the micro-targeting of getting into those swing counties and swing states and chasing ballots and getting those ballots submitted. And that's what the Democrat Party is just really, really good at. They are better than the Republicans still. That's why you had people like Senator John Fetterman, who also had cognitive impairment after he suffered a stroke, win in Pennsylvania against a fairly popular candidate on the other side. So I would not be surprised if that still happened, but you're absolutely right at this moment in terms of the polls and in terms of the shift really with the independents coming out after that debate and everything that happened. It's really quite remarkable how much the tide has turned against Biden.